So I'm going to turn this over to Katie Lynn. This is her first topic that she's introduced to the show, and this is about the Met Gala. What say you, Katie
So,
Lynn?
okay, so I originally brought this up because what I saw that you told me I was wrong, but I thought it was hilarious, but it's still kind of hilarious. So, Kathy Griffin, I saw a whole bunch of like places where she got kicked out. No, that didn't happen. What really happened is worse. It's worse. She was not invited, never got an invite, still showed up, and they had to escort her out.
Okay, so hold on. So what I read said that that whole situation is not true.
No,
Like that
none
she
of
didn't
it.
even show up. They didn't like none of that happened according to what I
None of
read.
it.
None of it.
I thought the one you sent me it said that she showed up and they had to that
No,
she wasn't
that
invited.
was the original story that they were researching, and that's the
Oh.
original story that they were calling fake news. So
Okay,
the
I have another topic that's going to lead into our other topic here in a second about the Met.
okay.
But now that I'm thinking about it, but okay, so you know, we you kind of I had a couple like little questions and stuff, and I do kind of think that it is a little bit insensitive. That to be fair, they raised so much money. They raised $26 million, which is $4 million more than last year. That's pretty freaking awesome.
Right.
But at the same time, that's probably like, I don't know, the equivalent of like 20 celebrities' outfits.
But do you know where that money's going?
I do not.
So
That's also a question.
the money goes to essentially the Metropolitan Museum of Art. It
Hmm.
goes directly to their costume department.
Okay.
So it's from what I understand, and maybe somebody out there can again correct us because I am not well versed in the Met Gala.
Uh huh.
But from what I understand, it goes to celebrate. The money goes to the Costume Institute, which is a division of the Metropolitan Museum of Art. Um, so from what I understand, $26 million goes to the Costume Institute. Let me see here what that means. What is the Costume Institute? Isn't the internet a good thing sometimes?
Sometimes, most of the time, it lies to you.
So essentially, it's a museum of fashion. It's their fashion division at the Metropolitan Museum of Art. The Costume Institute's collection of more than 33,000 objects represents 7 centuries of fashionable dress and accessories for men, women, and children from the 15th century to the present. So essentially, um, this gala goes to bankroll a museum on fashion, essentially.
Yeah. Yeah.
So it's great. $26 million. That's really cool. Now I have to keep in mind, or I have to reiterate, that the Museum of Art, the Metropolitan Museum of Art, is in New York City, and New York City has the second most homeless people in the country. So 26 million for the fashion museum when there's probably people literally living on the steps of the museum outside. You know,
Yeah.
probably not
That's
a great look.
r- 4 more million than last year.
4 more million than last year. And I was going to ask you that. I was going to ask you if it's a bad look for celebrities to do things like this. Like, I
I
mean, because
I
it is considered charity, right? It is a 501c or 50 whatever it is.
Yeah. Um I mean, I don't think so. Just cuz like it's this huge event. I blame the people that, are in charge of it, but I mean, it's a status thing at this point. Like if you don't go, Like it's a marketing thing for yourself. Like if you're a huge celebrity and you don't go, that you're missing out on a lot, you know. But at the same time, like, mm,
I don't know. It would seem to me that the smart way around this would be, and maybe they're doing this and I just didn't see. Maybe somebody again can correct me, but it would seem to me that if you're wanting to raise money for your foundation, which is essentially what this is, it's a foundation that's basically running a museum, which is fine. That's completely legal to do that. Um,
mhm.
but perhaps it would be a better look not just for the museum or the charity
But
in
to
this
donate,
case,
yeah,
but also for the celebrities to perhaps make it so a percentage of whatever they raise goes to help
yeah,
um, local institutions like homeless places or soup kitchens or whatever needs the help. Food pantries. Like, I mean, I wasn't planning to say her name, but like Taylor Swift is a good example of this. Every single town that the Eras tour came to, she donated money to a local shelter or soup kitchen or food pantry wherever she was, and that was all around the world. This actually happened. I don't know how much total she has donated, but I know that it's in the millions. There was one
hmm
place, I think in Denver, when she was there, that she legitimately kept the food pantry from going out of business with her donation. And it would seem to me it would be very easy for something like this where they raise 26 million, where why not give 10% of that to something that's struggling locally? Then, everyday people like yourself and myself would not feel so jaded about whether we should celebrate fashion.
yeah,
Because I want to celebrate
absolutely.
this. I think it's a great idea. I love the idea that they're raising money. That's awesome. It gives our rich celebrities and stuff like that something to do other than taking, submarines down to the frickin' bottom of the ocean. But there's going to be a way to spread the good out a little bit more too to people that
Yeah,
actually need the good. 10% of that is less than what they would have is less than the increase, right? So they increased their total by 4 million. 10% of what they raised is 2.6 million. They could have
yeah.
literally donated the difference in what they made last year and this year. And
hmm
I don't know if they did that or are doing that, but if not, they should be, I think.
I agree.
So did you see any crazy outfits that were notable to you?
Okay, Kim K looks stupid. Um, that's just number one. Two, Zendaya, Queen, Goddess. It was giving Alice in Wonderland, but even though it was like Sleeping Beauty, which was kind of a little off topic, but gorgeous. The purple and the greens, and then Lana Del Rey. I don't know if you saw hers, but she had like horns, like deer antlers, and then she had like this cloth, like sheer cloth draped over. It's pretty cool. And then Cardi B was insane.
So to you, do you think it's crazy? Like, because I know a lot of traditional folks will look at like, do you remember Bjork?
Mm-hmm.
Probably, yeah, probably before your
I
time. But
do, but don't.
Bjork was kind of my generation's Lady Gaga. Let's put it that way. I think
Yeah.
is the best way to look at it. But like, do you, as a younger person, do you look at that kind of crazy fashion as, wow, that's pretty cool, or are you just like, okay, that's a little bit too much, or is there
It
both of that in
depends.
there? Yeah.
Yeah, it really depends. Because it can, oh my god. I'll watch like these stupid fashion shows, and a lot of times it's just like, what is even happening? I know there I saw one and it was like these people like in straight bubbles, like in just straight like bubbles and like inflatables and stuff. Like all that a little much, way much. But like the Met Gala and people go a little too far into the weird stuff, but for a majority, everyone looks fabulous. And Zendaya, I think she had a good like balance between like the like mythical, cool, like weird part of it and still like fashionable.
I would think, as from a celebrity standpoint, it would be very risky to do something like
Mhm.
that, right? Because like
Yeah,
I guess I guess when you are famous, you're not necessarily after fame or fortune, but really what you're after is relevancy, right?
status. Yeah.
It's really important to stay relevant. So, like, for me, it would be like, okay, do I want to take a risk here and become relevant in the wrong kind of way? Like, all of a sudden, like, I'm this great actor or something, but, like, nobody remembers me for that. They remember me for something that I wore at the Met Gala one year, you know?
Yeah. See, and I would freak out. Man, as soon as it's over this year, I'm freaking out about next year. And I need to know what the topic is ASAP. I because that can literally like make or break you. Like you'll see like these cute like Kim Kardashian, she didn't look awful. She just was like she was wearing like this little shawl and it's like she just took her boyfriend's jacket and just she didn't look like she was supposed to be at the Met Gala at all.
So, like,
And she's probably gonna get and it's Kim K and she that there's gonna be memes about that for months. Months.
and she don't care. I'd be
No.
very surprised if she gave two
No,
iotas.
but I'm saying, just like even Kim K is going to be getting crap about it for months. Like, imagine, ooh, I'd be freaking out,
And that's what I'm
freaking out.
saying. Like, why would you even submit yourself to that? Like,
Because man, if you can come out and just blow everyone away, you're man,
and then you're on the news for a little while,
yeah.
and
I
it's
mean,
all about the
I would just be
relevancy.
like, I wouldn't even care. I'd just be like, yep, I'm best dressed.
Just come out with the
I don't care about the
confidence.
status. I'm like, I look the best.
So, all right, on to the next. You got anything else on the Met Gala?
Nah. Let's move on. Oh, yes. Okay, so like I said, there was a bunch of like articles about the Kathy Griffin thing, which wasn't real. There was a bunch of AI pictures of people at the Met Gala, like that were just so fake. But people were like, I saw one, and I was like, I don't remember who it was of, but it was just beautiful, and I was like, oh my god, that's gorgeous. Anyway, AI is getting out of control.